Windows, a play with music by Melissa Schaefer, Scene 22, page 62. Sounds extend over a minute. Wind, rain, thunder, birds chirping, cows mooing, owls hooting, mice skittling. Lights rise from night to dawn to day as Guinea walks silhouetted on screens of fields and weather for miles. A small village and country church with a steeple in the distance on screen. Guinea spies it from the top of a hill and is drawn toward it, stage left. She enters, walks the aisle, sits in a pew facing but not looking at a wooden Christ on a wood cross. She closes her eyes, peaceful for a lovely minute. Guinea whispers, eyes closed. God? Beat. Do you see me? Beat. Can you hear me? Beat. I admit I don't believe in you. If you exist, where are you? Why don't you do something? Where are Mama and Tato? Please spare them, God, of whatever hell they were sent to. Let them live. They are good people and have always loved you. Tato prayed to you every day. Doesn't that count for something? Help me, God. Help me home. Help them get out and come home and take care of me. Send Zigo, God, so I don't have to be alone. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm scared, God. Please help. Make them leave us alone. Save us. Save me. Save the Jews. Can you hear me? Do something. Tell me what you want from me and I'll do it. Help me, please. She cries. Jesus witnesses. A tear rolls down his wooden cheek. Sunlight streams in stained glass windows. Guinea smiles, watching refracted rainbows dance on the walls and ground. She straightens up, lighter, relieved of her burden, exits the church to a small path. In the distance on the path, stage left, is a man walking serenely in her direction. Are you the priest of this village? She asks. Yes. Where are you coming from? The train. What can I do for you? I want to go home. Where is your home? Tarnopol. Ah, Tarnopol. I know it well. Come with me to the parsonage. Lights fade, stage left, rise, stage right, inside parsonage. Scene 23. Priest. Agata! Housekeeper rushes in, sees Guinea, gasps, crosses herself, rushes out. She rushes back in with cloths, water, gauze for Guinea's wounds, starts treating her hip, head, fingers where the nails were ripped off. It hurts. Priest sits at a desk. What's your name? Guinea Friedberg. We're going to change your name from Jewish to Polish, understand? I'm going to give you a new birth certificate and baptismal papers. He grabs one of each from two piles of papers. How old are you, Guinea? 13. I'll make you older, and your birthplace will be Mijna Dolna. I'm going to write a letter in German to the authorities, asking them to do whatever they can to help you get to Tarnopol. Understand? Guinea nods. I'm going to sign my name Nevyadomsky. Do you know what that means? She shakes her head no. It translates to, I don't know who I am, so they can't come searching for me. He smiles and stamps documents. There you are. Agata, please get her something to eat. Agata rushes off. Guinea reads her new papers. Priest takes her in, bathes her in a silent prayer. Agata rushes back with steaming soup and bread, rushes off again. Guinea eats hungrily for a minute. Priest. Agata will escort you to the train station and buy a ticket to Tarnopol. Understand? Agata, ride your bike and let her walk behind you. If someone stops Guinea, leave her right away. Guinea licks her spoon, wipes her mouth. Agata hands her a small sack of food. Priest. All right. Guinea looks up at him. He places his palm on her head, closes his eyes, whispers, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Guinea looks him in the eye. Thank you. She kisses his hand, curtsies, exits with a gata. The priest clutches his cross, kneels, chokes on a sob. Blackout. Scene 24. Sound of train clattering on tracks. Train whistle blows. Lights up. Ginia sits in a train car next to a Ukrainian woman and across from an SS soldier who is reading a newspaper. She avoids eye contact, hides her bandaged fingers in small fists, tries not to be lulled to sleep by the swaying motion. On screen, country fields whiz past. Ukrainian woman. Are you all alone? Yes. Your mother and father aren't with you? They're at home. You're traveling all by yourself? Yes. Ah. Beat. Clatter and motion of train. Beat. Ukrainian woman. Where are you going? Ginia. I'm going to my grandmother's farm. Beat. I have to help her in the fields. She's getting old and she needs help digging and planting, so my parents sent me to help her. Ukrainian woman. Where are you coming from? Ginia. I was taken to work in Germany and I jumped from the train. Ukrainian woman scrutinizes Ginia top to bottom. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude. Oops, that's Ginia. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm so tired. I need to rest my eyes. Ukrainian woman. So dark, like a gypsy. Young lady, you speak Ukrainian very well. Do you also speak Polish? Ginia. Why wouldn't I? I'm Polish. I was born here and have lived here my entire life. So, where does your grandmother live? In Tarnopol. Oh, I'm going to Tarnopol too. I live there. Clatter of train whistle. Ginia's eyelids droop. Did you hear that the Jewish ghetto is in flames? Ginia. Why would I care? Who cares what happens in the Jewish ghetto? Not me. Ukrainian woman. Oh, I thought you would be interested. Pardon me. The door wrenches open. Another SS soldier enters their car, salutes in Heil Hitler's the sitting soldier. Ukrainian woman nods in Ginia's direction and points. Small gasps when they recognize each other. It's Zigo's good friend, Jan. Her eyes plead, no. He sits without a word. Eyes widening, he gives her a pity-filled once over, then stares out the window as fields rush by. Sound of clattering train rises and continues after blackout. Scene 25. Lights ignite. On screen, the Jewish ghetto burns. Envelop audience with sound of flames eating wood, crackling, hissing squeaks before structures fall and crash to the ground. Let them feel the heat and destruction. Weeping, wailing voices are layered into the fire. Sound of genocide. Lights dim to black as sounds continue for 30 seconds more. Wide spotlight up on Ginia, hunched in darkness, knocking on the gate of a forced labor camp. Voice. What do you want? Ginia. Please, I want to come in. Silence. I have nowhere else to go. Please, let me into the camp. I can work. Voice. You have to have a number to work here. The SS call your number at roll call. Ginia. Ben? Is that you? Voice. Who is it? Ginia. It's me. Ginia. Voice. Ginia. You can't come in now. The commandant is drunk. He's on his nightly shooting spree. Go hide in the alley. I'll figure out a way to sneak you in. Ginia runs off. Blackout. Wide spotlight up in alley. Voice whispers. Ginia. Psst. Ginia. Yes? We're letting down sheets. Climb up. Sheets tied together are lowered from a second floor window. Ginia grabs onto them, tries to climb. She pushes off the building with her arms and feet as she's pulled up and in the window. Blackout. Women's dorm in a forced labor camp. Scene 26. Inside the camp, Ginia collapses. Young men and women stare at her. A filthy, half-dead stray dog. Young woman. Blech. I don't want to touch her. She looks diseased. Young man. She's bleeding. Young woman. She's dying. Young man. Poor girl. Woman. What happened to her? Man, someone put her in a bed. Woman, not my bed. Man, come on. We can't just leave her on the floor. Get a blanket. Woman, I only have one. Man, just get it. Hannah, she can sleep with me. Young man, young woman, look at Hannah. Bring her to my bed. Young man lifts, carries Genia to Hannah's bunk. Hannah sidles in beside her, pets her like a cat. Genia's eyes open, lights fade as she stares into the darkness. Scene 27. Sound of birds chirping. Genia still stares as lights rise like the sun. Genia. Oh my God, I survived. I'm in a room with people. Hannah. Yes, good morning. Genia rolls over to look at Hannah. Genia. Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you. Hannah. What's your name? Genia Friedberg. What's yours? Hannah. Nice to meet you. Hannah. Where are you from? Genia. Tarnopol. Hannah. Who are your friends in the ghetto? Genia. Nora Davidovitz, Miriam Jakubo, Rebecca Rabinovich, Eva Bach, Mitzi Goldberg. I was dating Marek Blumenthal. Djembe drumming and shaker egg start music. Hannah. He's here. Genia. What? Hannah. Marek. He's here in this camp. Genia. He's alive. Hannah. Yes. And so are you. Piano joins djembe, cello, flute. She embraces Genia, gets out of bed. Song, My Window. I can see trees, witness from my window, covered with snow, they can't complain. Never give up, they bend when the wind blows. When they're cut down, do they feel pain? Life goes on, the world keeps spinning, day turns into night. I keep losing, they keep winning, but like those trees, I'll be all right. I can see sky beckon from my window. Sometimes it's gray, sometimes a cloud. Through the wire it keeps on changing. I hear the sun screaming out loud. Life goes on, planets keep spinning, night turns into day. Here on earth, men keep sinning. Why can't mercy find her way? I'll sail away from here. I'll fly away so free. I'll float above this madness. Somebody rescue me. I can see smoke rising from my window. Souls are released and black they spread. Birds stretch their wings toward the ocean. I watch their freedom from my bed. Life goes on, the world keeps spinning, night turns into day. Like the birds, I'll escape this, no matter what people say. Esty and Hannah watch as, reflected on screen, two birds take flight. Lights dim to gray-black smoke. Scene 27, roll call. Bile green lighting in sterile room. Prisoners in striped pajamas stand in formation. Commandant Vortzak, tanked with vodka, paces off kilter in front of them. Vortzak. Some of you here escaped trains headed to the gas chamber in Majdanek or Belzec or Auschwitz, huh? Which of you men jumped? Step forward. Two men step forward. Without hesitation, the commandant shoots them dead. Prisoners stifle their screams. Which of you women jumped? Silence. Prisoners' eyes glaze numb as they turn themselves into mannequins. A woman's eyes glance in Genia's direction. The commandant notices. You? Really? He convulses in laughter, almost pissing himself in amusement. He regains a modicum of composure and points his thick pistol at Ginya. You really jumped off the train. And the train was moving? Jawohl. How come you understand me? Why do you speak German? I learned German in school. Ja? The laughter starts again. Well, you're very brave, very courageous little girl. He takes her face in his hands, his breath on her face. I'm not gonna kill you. Not today. You're gonna die, but not from my gun. Scene 28. Small room lit by a lone hanging bulb. Ginya and Hannah sort through a mountain of clothing. They sift through pockets and hemlines. Coins and jewelry clink and echo when they toss them in a bucket. Commandant Rug eats cherries and spits the pits at the girls. Ginya finds a pearl necklace in the hem of a coat, dumps it in the bucket, grabs a beautiful dress. They whisper, I knew the lady that wore this dress. She used to wear it to synagogue on Shabbos. Hannah, now someone will wear it to church. Ginya, look at this swine eating cherries and spitting on us. He grabs Ginya's arm, jerks her to her feet. Commandant Rug, kiss my ass. He holds her close, panting. Kill or kiss? Commandant Rug, something's gonna happen soon. Beat. Disappear if you can. Light bulb pops, sizzling sound of electrocution in blackout.